here we go. 10 minutes. Scapula, 2 reps. Don't let your elbows bend. Pull the abs in, think about your spine. Go slow. Try to isolate the scapula without bending your elbows. Reverse, other way. Keep breathing. Reach the crown of the head to the ceiling. Pull the abs in. I'll keep reminding you. Arm circles, palms face up, thumbs point outside. You can cross if it feels good. Reach up, pull the abs in. Try to keep the ribs closed right here. Avoid letting the birds out of the cage. Right here, we don't want to arch the back. Drop your tailbone down, point the thumbs to the wall behind you. Reaching forward, thumbs lead the way on the way back. Right here, it's almost like you're gonna tuck your hips, but keep your spine tall. Close the ribs at the top, reach higher, up and over. One more rep, reach forward. You want your scapula that we just warmed up to move with your arms. Let the shoulder blades come together right here as you pull the ribs closed. Thumbs point behind you. Now thumbs point to the floor. You can go narrow, reverse. It's hard to remember to breathe, so I'll keep reminding you. Exhale to lift through the chest, neck. Big circle with your chin. If there's a Sharpie on your chin, you're trying to draw the biggest circle ever, going profile. Chin to shoulder, dip the ear behind the back, lift your face up to the ceiling, all the way over to the other side. Find profile, chin to shoulder, nose pointing down. One more rep this direction. It helps to lift your chest, to help the upper back support the neck. Make sure your chest stays lifted the whole time. Reverse, other way. First circle might be smaller, making sure there's no pain. And then the second circle can go a little bit bigger, exploring for a larger range of movement. See if the head can go farther back, lift the chest, and finish out the rep whenever you're done. Ribs, you can wrap yourself up or fingertips to shoulders. Keeping the hips stable, I'm going really wide with my knees. Go as wide as you want. Knees are bent, abs are in. Hug the elbows into the belly button. Go to one side, twist to a side bend, extension twist, spinal extension up, extension twist other side, side bend, twist flexion. Again, same way, flex, twist, side bend, extend, twist, extension, extend, twist other side, side bend, and then it feels like you're going the wrong direction as you twist to finish out. You can switch the arm that's on top. Here we go. So spinal flexion, add a twist, side bend, spinal extension with a twist, straight back spinal extension, twist, side bend, twist. My head stays center when I twist. It goes off center when I side bend. My head goes back center when I twist, through extension, both sides, side bend, pull the ribs to the spine to twist, come through center. For the hips, you can hold on to something if you need to, or practice your balance. Both knees bend, extend one leg out, kick it across the body, keeping the hips even, hacky sack, inner thighs are crossed. Open the knee like a barn door. Keep the hips pointed forward, the knee can always go lower. Take it around the corner, push the foot back, drop the tailbone down, close the knee to parallel. Driving the knee forward, reverse. Keeping the spine tall. Think about this as a spinal exercise. We're trying to isolate the spine. Little dip down, little dip up to finish, and we got one more rep. Keep breathing, we're doing it, we're making it happen. It takes consistency, and sometimes going even slower than this. But right now, we're just getting it done. Press it back, knee sweeps to the side. Notice how you can't see my foot? I'm taking my foot with it. Kick a soccer ball, hug a tree with your leg. Do the dip down, dip up, dip, 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 other side. Extend, cross. Hips are a bowl of water you're trying not to spill. Try to get your shin on the diagonal, open your knee wide. Take it around the corner, feel the ball and socket joint rotating. Close the knee to parallel, drive the knee forward, reverse. It's a core exercise. Hands on the core might help you check that your belly button stays pulled tight to the spine. Kick the soccer ball, sweep the foot, rotate inside the hip joint. Little dip down, little dip up. One more. Think about the spine, it helps to balance. If you think about lifting up, reach the crown of the head to the ceiling. Drive the knee through, forward and parallel, press it back. Ab exercise right here, like suspenders that are too tight, pulling the top of the hips to the bottom rib, Pull the abs in, check your balance, little dip down, little dip up. You made it. Switching legs for the knee. One hand to the top of the knee, going just at 90. Find some rotation, turn your shin in. Bring your heel to your glute, turn the shin out. Press it forward just past 90. Don't go too far past 90. Rotate in, turn it out to press it forward, turn it in to pull it back. To reverse this, keep it turned in. Go forward, turned in. Turned out, pull it back. Turn in, press it forward. One more time, turn out, pull back. Let's stay on one leg. Extend your leg all the way, it can be low. Circle your foot. Watch your knee, make sure your thigh bone does not rotate to either side. Think about the spine again. Can you sit up taller? Lift your chest. 2 circles slow in one direction. Reverse, take it the other way. Keeping the knee extended. It's gonna create a lot of tension in the quad. You might feel the front of your hip, that's normal. Finish out this last circle. Switch for the other knee. It builds heat in the standing leg. I don't have to tell you that. We're rotating the tibia. Turn it in, pull it back. Turn it out, press it forward. Remember to not take the knee too far past a 90-degree bend. Turn it out, press it forward. We're almost there. Turn it in, pull it back. Reversing stays turned in. Toes go just past the knee. Turned out, pull back. Turned in, press forward. Let's do one more time. This might be 2.5 reps, but it's okay. It's all gonna come out in the wash. Extend your leg all the way. Circle the foot. You can bend the standing leg. Think about the pelvis is still a bowl of water. You're trying not to spill. See if you can feel the calves, the shins. At the top of this circle, we reverse. Take it the other way. I have to pull my kneecap into my quad, really extending the knee. The anchor is the leg, the hip. We're moving the ankle, and whatever the anchor is has more tension than the joint you're moving. Whew, wrist. So like you're holding a teacup on your wrist. Don't let it spill. You can go north and south to start, east and west, connect the dots. Take it in, down. Make sure you don't spill the tea. Keep the wrist stable. You might have to make a smaller circle so that your palm doesn't start to cup. Keep your palm flat, like really, really flat. After 2 reps in one direction, other way. I have to watch my fingers. A lot of times this one's the hardest. It's the most concentration. Make sure your spine is still tall and upright. It's just a good practice. Keep your posture up. Just don't start doing anything crazy. Elbow, make a fist, squeeze, rotate at the top, press. Palm goes up to the ceiling like a bicep curl. Rotate, press the palm down. Reversing it, knuckles to the ceiling. Rotate, press down. Notice how my elbow isn't moving around. I'm keeping the upper arm in the same place the whole time. Last one to the other side. Oh, wrist. Here we go. North and south. East and west. You don't have to do this part, but it just helps figure out what the range of movement is. So when you connect the dots, you're trying to see if you can maintain everything and then connecting in between, keeping the wrist stable. It's okay to hold the wrist, but try not to get into the habit of it. We want to try to teach the brain to learn how to isolate the wrist without any outside stimulus. Ooh, this one's a toughie. It's my left. We can struggle through it together. Last one, I'm shaking like a leaf. Good job, biceps. Well, it feels like biceps. Elbows, lift up, rotate at the top, press down. Notice how my elbow doesn't flare out. We're focusing on the rotation on the inside of the elbow. Reverse, knuckles to the ceiling. Rotate, press. It's like you're juicing a lemon inside the elbow joint, creating a little extra tension. Last time down. And then shake it off. Spine, coming down to the floor, hands and knees. Start rounding. Tuck the hips, tuck the ribs. You're gonna slowly go through the tailbone. Now this is where we're probably gonna go past 10 minutes, but it's worth it. I'm just moving the tailbone and the hips. Once I get past that point, we're gonna climb up the lower back, one vertebra at a time. Then it's gonna be one rib at a time, keeping the upper back rounded for as long as possible. Keep your head down for as long as you can. Not only are we changing the shape of the spine, but we're trying to make the spine longer. Keep the chin under and in until you look forward or look up. Reverse, chin to chest. Pull the ribs in, spreading out the upper back, tucking the hips, tucking the ribs. Keep your tailbone arched up to the ceiling like you're fanning out your tail feathers to the last possible second. One more time, tailbone. Keep breathing, push the floor away like it's a door you're trying to open. a time, going through the lower back. See how much you can arch your back. Keep the upper back rounded. Avoid letting the shoulder blades collapse together. Keep your back wide. That's why we're pushing the floor away. Reversing from the chin. Last time. Spread the ribs out. Squeeze and flex the ribs away from the floor. Tailbone is the last thing to move to a full tuck.